Okay, you've got a really solid Joomla backend, right? Well, let's dive right into this explainer and unlock its true mobile potential.
Because we really need to ask, does your Joomla site have a hidden mobile problem? Look, the hard truth is that simply having a responsive template just isn't the magic fix you probably hoped for.
You are likely facing what we call the mobile gap. See, your visitors are constantly comparing your browser-based site to the lightning-fast native apps they already use every single day.
And this brilliantly illustrates exactly why. On a typical 4G connection, you've got the Joomla core request, then K2 parsing, then Jom Social and other extensions. It creates this massive render-blocking wait time before the very first pixel even shows up on screen.
Responsive templates? They just reflow your desktop layouts and load all those heavy scripts. Native apps, on the other hand, give your users a dedicated home screen icon and instant offline access. It's a completely different league.
Think of it this way. You already know how to extend your Joomla site with components, right? Well, a native app is exactly that same logic, just applied to your mobile reach. It's really just your next layer.
Because let's be honest, browser bookmarks get buried in tabs and instantly forgotten. But an actual App Store and Google Play presence? That is searchable, installable, and sits right there on their device?
So the absolutely crucial point here is 0. Yes, 0. That is exactly the number of new components AppOfWeb requires you to actually install in your Joomla admin panel. No clunky plugins.
It operates entirely outside your database, literally, URL in, app out. It just reads your front end exactly like a mobile browser does. Nothing changes on your actual Joomla install.
You get a persistent home screen app icon for your brand, custom offline screens for when their signal drops, and bottom tabs that elegantly bypass the absolute nightmare of clunky Joomla mobile module positions.
Plus, you get some killer add-ons. We're talking push notifications that surface your new articles immediately, and a publishing service that completely removes the friction of dealing with developer accounts and store compliance.
Let's see how this builds, because it is totally frictionless. Step 1, submit your URL. Step 2, AppOfWeb builds it. Step 3, review the revisions. And Step 4, store submission. Boom, done.
To put that into perspective, a traditional native build takes like 8 weeks and requires heavy, expensive API integration. This AppOfWeb process takes just days with zero coding and absolutely zero Joomla components touched.
Now you might be wondering, and this is for sure the biggest objection we hear, Joomla is kinda old. Is this actually gonna work with my specific setup?
The short answer? Age absolutely does not matter. Because it reads the front-end browser output, it is 100% compatible with Joomla 3, 4, and 5.
But what about the content, right? Will my complex custom fields or heavy K2 component listings actually display properly inside the app?
Yes, for sure. Whatever is perfectly structured right now in your live Joomla admin is going to render exactly as is inside that native app shell. No broken formatting to worry about.
Okay, but what if you're an agency or freelancer thinking, look, I literally don't have the time to manage a whole second dashboard?
Well, here is the massive relief: app syncing. You just publish in your Joomla admin using the exact same muscle memory you already have, and it instantly appears in the app. Zero extra workflow.
So wrap your head around these 3 takeaways. Joomla's architecture is not a barrier, native apps solve totally different problems than responsive templates, and your publishing workflow doesn't change a bit. It is the ultimate upsell deliverable. It's time to close that gap. Visit AppOfWeb.com and convert your website to mobile app today.
Because ask yourself, what happens to your mobile traffic if your competing sites launch a slick native app tomorrow and you don't? Think about it. See you next time.